Hello and welcome to another DDO classic video. So, in the previous video, we ran the Smuggler's Warehouse quest, and I got this. I thought it was an amulet because the icon looks like an amulet. It's actually a trinket, and this is really nice. It'll give me a way to gain fire resistance at least once for 3 minutes every dungeon, multiple times if I rest. So, like, definitely this is gonna get some utility. Since that last video, I have run it into the ground. I ransacked it, basically. Not getting any XP from it anymore. I could still go and try to generate the rare chests, because I haven't ransacked every one of those. You need to, like, loot a chest, like, 7 or 8 times before you don't get anything from it. And there's several chests that I just, like, rarely, if ever, generated. So, there are 2 items that I didn't get, a couple trinkets, but let's go over the cool stuff that I did get. So, let's see, what's this? Okay, this is the trinket that we just talked about. So, that's pretty sweet. I got this, Vestments of Light. They will bind on equip. I haven't even equipped them yet, because I kind of want to save that for the video. But I'm not going to wear them primarily, but it is a nice way to have 3 extra Cure Light wounds in my back pocket. So this is something I could use out of combat to heal in a pinch. So let's take a look-see. Okay, I mean, nothing too special. Would be cool for a monk or a cleric or something or whatever. Okay. Let's go back to my regular armor. Actually, I should have switched over to this because Calamity's Carapace. This I got from a spider boss, and so this should be looking pretty cool as well. It is just a +2 enhancement bonus with a blue augment slot. The other one just had a +3 armor bonus with an augment slot. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. Not bad. It almost looks like a hide armor, like a medium armor, but I guess it's light armor. Cool. Back to the regular armor. Now, the last item that I kind of really wanted to get, because it's actually kind of relevant for my whole build, is the shield, the chitin shield. Now, the actual stuff on this is really not impressive. It's just a small shield with a +1 enhancement bonus and a blue augment slot. I do want to see what it looks like, though. So let's take a look-see. There we go. I thought it was gonna look kind of like made of chitin, you know, like, because I got it off of a scorpion boss, but I mean, it still looks kind of cool in its own way. Now, something that is a problem with all these items is they all have a blue augment slot. Now, in case you didn't know, back in the era that I'm trying to emulate with this whole project, they did not have augment slots, at least not in the same way. There was a thing called guild augments, which the most information I could find about that was basically like you could take a level 1 item and you could prepare it in a special way to be able to put a guild augment on it. And guild augments were things that you could get, depending on how powerful your guild was or whatever, you would get extra bonuses. I think it was kind of like an alternative way to get benefits from being in a well-established guild or something like that. And then there were also, after that era, for a little while, there were epic augments, which were much more similar to the system we have now, except they only worked for epic level stuff, and you had to, like, prepare your items to have them. And then whenever they switched to the current, well, they switched to the augment system we're familiar with, where there lots of things can be generated with stat slots, and lots of named items have slots. When they did that, whenever they added that, they took basically every named item, I assume, and they added 1 or more slots to it, depending on, like, the rarity and the equipment type and whatever. So all these are armors, and so they all got blue augment slots naturally, but they did not have them, and I verified that by going to the wiki page for the items and looking in the history and finding, oh yeah, definitely in 2008, 2009, they didn't have them, and then shortly after that era, in like 2012, someone finally updated the page and say, oh yeah, these things should have augment slots now. So that said, I am in a bit of a conundrum, need to decide whether or not I am going to put augments in these. So, I mean, we've talked about this before with the randomly generated loot. It's certainly more powerful than randomly generated loot they would have found back in the day. If we look at, just look at these two shields. They're both level 1 shields. One of them is a rare, unique item that is hard to get, and all it has is a +1 bonus. The other one is just a randomly generated item that you can get plenty of from quests and just random loot from just about anything. And yeah, the stats on it are randomized, but they are strictly better because it's just more stuff. So you can see how power creep has rendered these things obsolete. So I gotta ask myself, are we gonna use augments? Part of me wants to say no, because they didn't exist then, so I should just appreciate it for what it was. Another part of me wants to say, yes, I should, because at least in the era that I remember when I started playing, I think around the time that augments were first added, around that time, items like this would have been useless if it were not for the augment. The feature of this, the thing that makes it a good shield, is the fact that you have this extra slot on there that can be, you can add whatever stat that you can get on a blue augment. So you can make this whatever you want it to be. And that was the perk. And so I think maybe I should lean into that. I also could get the augment for this through, I'm pretty sure, the base system for it. So like you see right here, there's someone who can give level 1 red augments. There's someone else in this zone that can do level 1 blue augments like I need. And if I give him the stuff, I think you just get a random blue augment. So I could do it that way and be like, give me a random one, and that's what I'm going to put in it. So, I don't know. That's maybe the best way to do it. It just feels kind of weird to have all these cool things, and then they've got the augment slots, and I'm not even using them. So, I don't know. I'm inclined to use them. And also, it's worth noting that augments were updated relatively recently, so that they now scale much higher to be equivalent to whatever Cannith Crafting gives. I don't know how long Cannith Crafting has given bonuses of that level, but it used to be you could get a... So if we're thinking about an attribute, like let's say I wanted to get a strength bonus. +1 strength if it's a level 1 augment. And then every 4 levels, it goes up by 1. So a level 4 augment could give a +2. A level 8 augment could give a +3. A level 12 augment could give a +4. All the way up to a +6 augment in a level 20 item. And that's just how it worked. And now it scales up so that there's like 1 or 2 more on every one, like beyond a certain level. So that's another thing to consider, is that not only did the augments not exist, but the augments that we have now are even more powerful than the augments that we got whenever it happened. So, all right, I'm going to stop rambling about that. I think you get the idea. I'll decide what I'm going to do. I think most likely I'm going to just do the thing where I buy a random augment and put it in there, because I think that's more fun, and we want to have fun here. Now, I do have 3 other items here. One of them is, just like I got the electric resistance, electric absorption cloak, I found one with fire stuff, so that will probably be useful. Again, like I said, like these are higher resistance bonuses and stuff that we probably could have gotten at the time, so questionable whether or not I should even be able to use something like this. I could probably find what the old so topaz augments, the yellow augments, could have resistances. I could find out how much resistance they even could have had back then, and use that as sort of like a baseline. Then I also have this +2 con, +1 natural armor. Again, very good. But I think if I use this, the only thing it's going to actually get me is the natural armor, because I already have a +1 con, and a +2 on top of that isn't going to do anything. Actually, you know what? I lost my +1 con because I'm switching shields. So if I equip this, I am going to gain hit points. Yeah, I did. Oh wait, no I didn't. I lost hit points because I have hit points on my current belt. Okay. But otherwise this gets me natural armor. I think I maybe want to just keep wearing the blue item just because it's cooler. And then here, this is a great sword, a smoldering great sword. I almost certainly won't use this. I might just play around with it a little bit. The only reason I took it, picked it up and kept it was because eventually here I'm going to get this invocation, which makes great swords a favored. Why did I say invocation? I'm going to get this enhancement that makes great swords a favored weapon for me, and I just want to play around with it a little bit, even though it's really powerful, and then I'll sell it and move back to my regular stuff. Now that is the last order of business. Okay, yeah, that's just my sword. I did use my bow a little bit. I happened to get these reptilian bane arrows, which actually proved to be relevant because there were kobolds in there. So that was kind of cool. I think it automatically equipped them. I don't know if it detects what the Bane thing is and it does that, or if it just grabbed the first one in my inventory whenever I needed to use arrows, but I've never played an archer before. I don't know how it works. Anyway, now, I've already talked and rambled for 11 minutes, almost 12. So we're going to move on to the quest that we're going to do in this video. And I think what I'm going to do... So I kind of just wandered out here and grabbed the first one that I had a lead on from the lady in the Wayward Lobster. There's another dude. Here's Lesto the half price. Yeah, okay. Lesto half price. So, you might be wondering, why does he already have a blue thing on his head? Did you do the quest? Yes, I did. And the reason why I did the quest is because, remember that rogue we met in the tavern and he gave us a sword and then he wandered off? While I was grinding that, he accidentally sent me a message in just a private message. And so I responded and we got talking for a while, and then we joined a party together and we were talking, and he was doing this quest because it's like a very rogue fun quest, and he's also kind of like me where he's not VIP or anything, so he has to do it on normal and then hard, and then he finally unlocks Elite. So once he unlocked Elite, he said, hey, yeah, you can come join me, I'll do it on Elite, and then I opened up the other quest for him on Elite. So we had fun, and he basically did everything when we did this, so I didn't really properly run it. I just came in to see if I could get anything and just to participate and hang out. So let's do this properly. I think now that I've done it once on Elite, we can go straight in on Elite, which would be pretty sweet. My life is back to normal. I'm not laden in riches, but I'm not dealing with kobolds either. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. This is the post-quest thing, because I did it. Let's repeat the stealthy repossession. Kobolds! They're stupid creatures and cruel, but sometimes they have a few coppers. Last month I got my hands on the cheapest glass gem you've ever seen, so naturally I found the nearest kobold shaman and sold it as the Dread Eye of Kyber. You should have heard the noises he made. Paid 10 times what it was worth. But now, word of the Dread Eye has spread to every kobold in Stormreach. Their self-proclaimed prophets are all worked up, shrieking, dancing, and carrying on. I'm afraid Kyber will tell them to eat some poor sailor, and then I'll be blamed. Say, maybe you could get the gem back? You just have to sneak by their prophets without killing them. And so this is very much a stealth quest. That's why the rogue was enjoying it. There's an element of you can sneak through and try and do everything without killing the prophets. You can just zerg through there and kill everything, which is what I'm gonna have to do because I have no stealth. But why shouldn't I kill the kobold prophets? Killing the prophets will just whip the kobolds into a frenzy, knowing that some outsider came in and did it. not to mention their prized eye. They'd be sure to retaliate, killing innocent folks and such, and then we'd be back to being blamed. Coin Lord Monatu takes a dim view of inciting Kobold riots. He personally chopped off the head of the last idiot who did that. Gulp. So, it's much better to make the gem disappear. Then the prophets will start blaming each other, and the next thing you know, the kobolds will be killing each other off. Sure, I'll get your eye back, and the kobolds will never know I was there. I do want to go get another hireling quickly before I go in there. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to be stealthy, but if somehow, by some misfortune and happenstance, they happen to find me, like somehow my -6 hide skill is not enough, then I guess I won't have any choice but to, silence them. But we will try our darndest to achieve this mission as stealthily as possible. Uh-oh. Game's lagging a little bit. That is the wrong dude. This is the dude. Okay. Alright, yep, I can go straight in on Elite. Awesome. Let's summon Brigida. Alright, Brigida, we gotta be real stealthy, okay?
A set of kobold footprints crosses and recrosses
I think he saw me, guys. I don't know how. I'm hiding.
Towards a crude warning bell in the far corner.
Hello. Okay. I need to use my bow. Yeah, the Bane damage works. That's pretty cool. I wish the game didn't choose to start lagging now, but maybe it's because I'm doing the recording stuff. Oh, I gotta adjust this so that it puts my new shield on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Can I even get up there? I'm guessing probably not. Even if I drank one of my potions of jump, I'm guessing it probably wouldn't work. Okay, well. Oh yeah, let's hide. Let's hide, guys. You'll never know. What? Okay, I guess I have to kill him.
A high-pitched yapping noise is abruptly cut off before you can pinpoint the source.
So you can see up here it says to kill fewer than 6 prophets. I accidentally killed 2 of them.
The stink of washed kobolds pervades this room. You wonder whether washed kobolds would smell any better.
Oh, oops! Sorry, I had to kill another one. Oh, I better remove all the witnesses so that none of them cause any problems. I don't actually know where in this quest actually, you know what? I think I do know where the chests are. None of them are in this area. I'm guessing that the reason to come that back way is really just so the rogue could let the rest of the party come in and then they sneak through there or something. Actually, no, there were prophets in there. I really don't know what the point is of that. The green thing opened this, so we had to do that. proceed forward. I don't know why we had to pull the red one, but maybe we'll see
A
another thing
stairway
where that's
leads down
relevant.
into a lower section of the warehouse. Several steps are spattered with rust-colored spots.
Uh-oh, I think he noticed us. Maybe it's because I wasn't hiding.
You have claimed too many profits, and
Oops.
thus failed the quest.
Wait, we failed the whole quest? I thought it was just an... Oh, okay. You know what? I don't think I can do this quest alone. I'm really glad I had his help. All right, well, we're just gonna abandon that plan because there's no way I can complete that solo. Sorry, dude. Well, it was a good thing that the rogue came in and helped me through that. Let's look back at the leads. So, what else have we got? Dirk's got a secret. That's a quest I'm excited about. Garrison's missing pack, Kobold's new ringleader, and walk the butcher's path. Let me look at my list here. I'm just gonna tick off Stealthy Repossession and Smuggler's Warehouse that we just did. Now, I think we gotta go do Dirk's Got a Secret. That seems really fun. Actually here, let's just look at the map and see what's closest. That'll decide for us, because they got little check marks on them, because the lady... Okay. Is this one of them? Oh, it is one of them. Okay. Well, we'll just do this one next. I think this one is... Walk the Butcher's Path. Blast it. Where are the guardsmen? The harbor master promised. The Bonebite kobolds are getting too bold. They attack Stormreach if we leave them unchallenged for any longer. You won't need more guards. I'll take care of the kobolds for you. You'll take care of it? Are you really that tough? Well, we'll find out. The Bonebite kobolds have a new leader. He's recruited bugbear fighters and has some kind of big plan. I need you to find and kill this leader. And one more thing. The kobolds stole my badge. I'd appreciate if you keep an eye out for it. The Bonebite hideout is just at the end of the alley here. Okay, this is actually Kobold's new ringleader. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. Before we go in and do this, I got a lot of XP grinding that, so it's time to level up. And as long as I'm not more than 2 levels above the base level of these, I shouldn't be getting penalized at all. So, there's my paladin tutor. It's time for a training montage. Okay. I think strength is exactly what I want. Yes, I just want strength. And then I don't think it's going to let me do 2 UMD, so I'm going to put 2 in concentration. I get spells now. Okay, I have 9 spells of this level. Click to hide the spell list. Oh, so okay. So I have not played a cleric or a paladin. I think that it's like a wizard where it's a prepared caster, so I prepare so many spell slots or whatever. But it's like a wizard if you just automatically know all of your spells. Like you have them all in your spell book. So these are all spells that I have access to. I just have to decide which ones I actually want to prepare. That's my understanding. Alright, cool. Level up. And now let's do the enhancements. Alright, so. Oh gosh, I haven't thought about this too much. I could take the Exalted Smite. Does the Exalted Smite... I know it's like an AoE Smite. One of the problems that I've been running into with my existing Smite is it only works on evil creatures. Is that same for this? Call on the Paladin's ability to strike down evil creatures. You gain twice your bonus. I think this one also only cares about smiting evil. Okay. It is a cleave, though. Alternatively... I start putting points over here. I only have 2. Oh, I thought I had a lot more than that. Okay. If I go over here, I take this and then I take my shield bash. Hmm. Shield bash is fine, but now that I have this is actually a really good ability. I do really love using the charge a lot, but I'll probably abandon that whenever I get to shield charge because that's probably a better version. I think it hits everything. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna pause this real quick while I decide what I'm gonna do. All right, so I think I got a plan. I think probably the best thing to do is start speccing the Vanguard, because I think I have most of the stuff that I care the most about from over in Chalice of the Knight of the Chalice. And I probably want to get to Stunning Shield as soon as possible because stuns are pretty powerful. So having the ability to stun like some big enemy when it's important will be nice. So I want to try and start working towards that. So let's go right here. Let's get the shield smash again. Let's get it back. And then I gotta put the shield smash on my bar. I think I don't actually need. I'll keep Intimidate just in case that ever becomes relevant, like if I have to do a protection quest or something. I think maybe this is good. And I'll save the Smite Evil for when I'm actually like facing an evil big enemy, like probably the bugbears that we're about to face. Oh, yeah, one other thing I got to do is get spells. So I get one spell. All right, let's go in here so we can prepare the spell. Okay. As with before, I am going to pause the recording real quick while I contemplate all my options. All right, so I think the play is to just grab Cure Lights. Wasn't really that difficult of a choice. Most of the rest of these are either buffs or very situational things. I think another good contender is Resistance. Oh wait, hold on. I thought this was like the energy resist. This is even worse. Never mind. Resistance is not super great. Yeah, the rest of these are buffs that I'm just gonna forget to use. So I'm just gonna have the cure light wounds and um, proceed to probably not use it much for a while because I've got a healer. But if she dies or something else happens, then we've got options. All right, here we go. Kobold's new ringleader. Oh wow, we're already almost half an hour in. We haven't even started the quest. Maybe I am pretty bad at this. All right. This is apparently the one that we want. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. Let's go. Okay. I really don't know what to all expect from this quest, except kobolds and bugbears, so there's... It does say we just need to find and defeat the new leader and find Guardian's lost faction. Yeah, we're on normal. I was running when I was farming Smuggler's warehouse, the previous quest. I basically got to Elite, and then I was just running on Elite. And now everything's just dying in one hit, so I'm definitely feeling the difficulty difference drop. Oh, explosive. barrel. I was curious if I was going to have be able to deck save. I probably did deck save actually. But yeah, I did save. It's just I still took 2 damage. I'm used to being able to bust him on my rogue, and I save, and then I also evade with evasion. I don't really need to do all these chests. I probably should just forget about it because I'm already level 4. I'm already over leveled. I don't need the XP. Is that gonna come back and bite me later? Probably not, because I'm like also gonna be ransacking stuff. Okay. I need to go this way. What if his badge is in a chest? Like the previous quest, I had to break chests to get the smuggler gems. Actually, I had to break barrels. I did find out eventually that only the barrels drop the gems in that quest. So if you're just trying to speed run it, you can kind of avoid everything else. So what are the items we can get from this? There's quite a few good items that I could potentially get, but I think they're all from different like random named NPCs. They have chests. Probably some bugbears, some kobolds. We probably can just randomly generate in a lot of these rooms. And I almost missed this chest, which probably has the badge in it. No, it has a key in it. Okay. That probably opens something important. I could probably ring the gong. Okay. Come on, open the door. Right. Okay. That was intentional. Okay, well, there's just nobody in here. There's a door that needs unlocked. My guess is the key was probably in a random one of those rooms. That was an easy kill. Okay, my guess is, well, let's see, what was that guy's name? Broncars? Is that a thing from Broncars? Yeah, he could have dropped a cloak. Or he could have given a cloak in his chest as well.
You hear a mechanism sliding open in the distance.
Okay. There's lots of breakables in this. I was about to say, I'm not really super focused on breaking them, but then I break one and I get an item, so kind of encouraged to actually break them anyway. Because that is where I came from. I just didn't come through this way. Okay, let's keep going this way. I am tempted to put this here, move this back. That's probably fine, because I kind of have Smite on 5 as muscle memory now. So I can get used to Shield Bash on 1. Ooh, okay. thought that cleave was supposed to break all those boxes, but it wouldn't that time. Okay, so
The door
there's
is
another...
locked tight and can only be opened when the runes are lit. Look for the 2 mechanisms that will unlock the door when activated.
Right. That's exactly what I was about to do. Grundock the Quick. Oh, was that another name, dude? Grundock and Brackhash. That's either an axe or boots. Is there a chest in here? Yes, there's 2 chests, one for each of them. Well, we get the axe. All right, it is a battle axe. That's pretty cool. I think I might just use this. Yeah, that's cool. And then same thing as we discussed with the shield, I'll probably just see if I can get a random red augment to put in there. It'll be about as good as the Warhammer that I've been using. Cool. And no, what was it? What did I say? Boots? Yeah, it could have been boots. But honestly, those boots are not really that important. There are some items that I'm like, well, it'd be cool to get, but it's not actually going to be that useful for me. Either because
By breaking the crate, you have revealed a hidden passageway.
Either because it's worse than something
This
I already
area
have
of the
that is also
hideout
a
appears to have
named
been
item.
sealed off deliberately. The only means of opening the gate is by brute strength alone.
Or because it's something that's very class specific. Like, it's like, this helps your sneak attack. It's like, well, I don't have sneak attack.
Spiders have heavily infested this area of the hideout. No wonder it was sealed off.
Oh, we found a badge. I think the spider dropped it. Yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing else in here. Cool. We didn't find the lever yet. I hope the lever wasn't back there. And I just totally missed it. Let me check the wiki. The wiki shows a lever. We went up this way. The lever's in here? Is it hiding all the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, I did have to cheat for that one, but I didn't want to waste your time. Alright, here we go. Should be the ringleader this way. Well, that is a fire trap if I ever saw one. So let's do this. Alright, well, maybe it didn't matter, but there's probably more. If so, we're gonna be ready for it. Yes, I knew that was another explosive one, but I also knew that I had fire resistance, so it wouldn't matter. There's so many things to break in this quest, like even more than the previous quests that required you to break stuff. Is this also a warehouse? It's probably just got all these crates of stuff that they stole. Alright, their new ringleader is just another kobold, apparently. And is there a chest? Uh-oh, nope, it's blood knuckles. Never mind. Okay, well that was easy. Alright, so before we open Blood Knuckles' chest, I think that other dude came from over here. Let's see, what was his name? Rockmel, maybe? I think if there was a chest, it would have showed up on my mini-map. Okay. I don't know whose chest this is, if this was Blood Knuckles' chest. But we didn't get a special item. Is this one gonna have any? No. Okay, I'm gonna quickly look at the thing to see if there are any other chests I missed. No, I think I got them all for all the stuff that I actually found, so. I don't think we got anything this run, did we? In terms of uniques or anything? Oh yeah, I got the axe. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Let's finish out. And I will end up stopping the recording here, so I think I'm trying to think if there's anything else important. Oh, well, we gotta collect our quest reward. But it's probably not gonna matter because I'm getting to a point where most, if not all, of my slots are filled with named items, and I'm reluctant to replace them with some random thing, even if that random thing is pretty good. Yeah, let's just grab a piece of armor and just render it. Okay, cool. I think next time, since I won't have to do any more leveling up and stuff. Sorry about that flicker with me trying to open up my list of stuff. I will go in and get far more stuff. And we'll showcase quickly whatever I got. And then we'll take a look at one or more of those other quests. I got like 3 more level 2 quests after this. Maybe we'll even do 2 in a video if I don't spend 20 minutes yapping. Okay, I'm done. See you next time. Thanks for watching.